Hi everybody, I'm going to be doing a quick, like a no-bake pumpkin pie. So yeah, I started this out earlier and I'm going to try and set this camera up without a tripod. So yeah, I started it, had to stop it real quick, but I got it on here and I will list these down below. So let's get going. So first of all, I had to stop for a second. So I added it calls for milk. I will write down what it calls for. It calls for milk, a can of pumpkin, Jello cheesecake flour instant pudding, a Graham Crust, calls for whipped topping, and a Keebler crust, and then you make a Streudel topping, and it's awesome. So right now I have the milk inside, which is a cup and a quarter, and then the can of pumpkin. So you can whisk it, which is pretty quick, and it doesn't splatter all over your kitchen versus using this, the beaters. I usually whisk it first to kind of a thick consistency, very simple. And this is a no-bake pie, and then you refrigerate it, and it is so good, really tasty. So that's the consistency of just the pumpkin and the milk. There's that. Okay, and then it says stir in and still till smooth. Add pudding mixes and spice. So then, I forgot to show you these. You add the Jello cheesecake. I always get those mixed up with the white chocolate. You want the Jello cheesecake. Now that's all you add is those. You don't add any water, milk, to make the pudding. So you just add the powder. You add 2 of these. They give it that wonderful cheesecake flavor. So there's one. Very, very simple. Pour it into your pie shell, let it harden, and then you put your strudel on top, which is very simple. You just bang. I take my walnuts in a little bag like this. It's like a cup, and I bang on them with the hammer, and you mix your brown sugar and your butter and make your strudel and put that on the top once it's kind of set a little. So there's the Jello pudding. So it has about 6 ingredients, and this stuff, my husband loves it. It is fabulous. So there's the pudding. Let me throw that in the garbage. And then I've got my turkey thawing in the sink, so trying not to cross-contaminate here. So then it says add pudding mixes and spice. And then it says beat with wire whisk until blended. Gently stir in. So I didn't add the spices. So it calls for pumpkin pie spice. I'm not real fond of this. I always add extra cinnamon, and I don't usually measure this out. I just dump it in. It calls for, let's see how much spice. It calls for, let's see, spice. A teaspoon. So yeah, you can measure it. I will grab a teaspoon just to be on the safe side, but I usually and then I add extra cinnamon. I like cinnamon. I always tend to add extra if I can even find it. I'll probably just dump it in. Yeah, that's a good cook. Will just you can figure out how much a teaspoon is by just kind of dumping it in. So I'm going to dump in, that's probably a teaspoon right there. And then I usually add cinnamon. This is mostly nutmeg, the pumpkin pie spice that you get that's already mixed. It's got nutmeg and it's not real flavorful, so I add cinnamon too. Let me grab that out of my spice cupboard if I can find it. Yeah, I went through all these before we moved and purged the old ones, so I don't know if we have. Here we go. Here's some ground cinnamon. I add this. This is my own. It just gives it, whoa, didn't have a lid. Gives it that little kick. You need that in pumpkin pie, I think. It's just, I don't like the blah ones with just the plain old pudding. With the plain old you know, crust, I like the graham cracker, and this is a no bake. Okay, so then it says add pudding mixes and spice, beat with wire whisk until gently blended, gently stir in half of the whipped topping, spoon into crust, refrigerate 4 hours until set. So they want you to stir in half of this and save the other half to put on top of the pie. So instead of using the whisk, I usually use the beater. It goes faster. Yeah. I will show you what it looks like once it's done. This is so fast, it's crazy. I mean, it takes literally 5 or 10 minutes. And I will list all these ingredients in the down bar. You guys will be hooked on this pie. It's fabulous. I happened to be walking down the aisle once at the grocery store. I'm not kidding you, about 10 years ago. Look how old this is. And I found this. They have a cookie one, a chocolate chip, or a candy bar. It's like a s'mores, not a s'mores, the toffee one, and it's really good. It's a chocolate toffee one. But I really love this. That's how it looks with the strudel on the top. So anyway, here's it's done. So there's what the pudding, the mix, this is what the pudding, the milk, and everything looks like without the topping. And then you just stir in the topping, and you're done. Dump it into your shell, and you're done. So here's the graham cracker crust that I got. Anthony came home, so I had to help him. He had a bunch of stuff at the door, poor guy. I got both trees out back. So yeah, if you guys want to get on my channel, you've probably already seen the other tree. I vlogged that. Hi honey, how you doing?
Hello.
Go ahead and turn the TV on, babe. So yeah, and then next I'm gonna make my green bean casserole. I don't know if you guys, that's a little bit more intense. If pretty much everybody makes it. Oh, I forgot the sour cream. I hope we have some in the fridge. Good grief. I'm gonna have to probably run to the store or make it tomorrow. I like to make all these things ahead of time, like peel the potatoes, everything's done. Then all you gotta do is get I stuff my turkey with lemons, and it is fabulous. I mean, it literally squirts. Anthony was like, is this thing cooked? Anyway, so it says to add half the topping. Save the other half for, smells okay. It smells a little bit like sour cream. It says whipped topping. I got the Western family. I didn't get the Cool Whip. Cool Whip is Cool Whip. So, let me get another spoon. So it says to mix half of this, and then you want to use, obviously, the other half to put on top of the pie, as you can see on the pie there. So, I added the pumpkin, the cold milk, the cheesecake pudding, the pumpkin pie spice. Now I'm adding the graham cracker crust. Now I'm adding half the Cool Whip, and then you fold it in. You don't want to beat this up. So I usually just take the spoon like this and divide it in half. Now it's thawed a little bit since it's been sitting here on the counter, which makes it nice so it's not in a big chunk, because this is usually in your frozen section. So that's what you have left, your half. I'll get a huge can of pumpkin, and then I'm like, what am I going to do with these? I've made parfaits before, they're really good. But this year I just got, since it's Anthony and I, a smaller can of, he loves his pie. So, this I just fold in really lightly. I will show you how to put it into the crust. It fills it to the brim. You don't want to beat this in. It kicks its butt, and it really makes the texture nasty. And yeah. And then the strudel topping, I may have to do a part 2. The strudel topping is pretty easy. I can show you how to make that once this is in the fridge setting. So, there's what it looks like. You want to get the cinnamon off the sides. So, yeah. if there's a few little pieces of sour cream, of whipped topping, there's what it looks like. So you want to dump all that into this shell. Now the shell is very small, and then what I do is I turn the lid upside down, and that you have a lid. You take the little edges and crimp it. I take the label off, and then I take the little edges and crimp it closed, and you have a little lid for your pie. So yeah, tip of the day. So this is very heavy. I pour it in. Anthony usually helps me, but see if I can get it in there. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Let me put the camera down a little bit. There we go. So you pour this in. This pie is so good, I'm not kidding you. You will never go back to eating regular pumpkin. Anthony, once he tried this, I don't think he's had a slice of pumpkin pie. It's just so, I think it just tastes so blah and just yuck. But this is a no-bake pie. If you have a few seconds, you always keep this in your pantry and you can just grab it. I mean, during the holidays. Just grab it. Of course, for Christmas, we can't, oh, my arm is killing me. So, and then what I do is take it and smooth it out. There's quite a bit left in the bowl, but I take it and smooth it out like this. Look at that. There it is. Put it in the fridge. Clean it up a little bit. I let him lick the spoon. He loves it. Look at how much that makes. So there it is. And then you just add the strudel topping. So, now for the strudel topping, that calls for, it says refrigerate 4 hours until set, and then it says sprinkle with strudel topping before serving. Now, believe it or not, I will take this, the strudel topping. It calls for, it's pretty much hit and miss. It calls for how much? Half a cup of chopped walnuts, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, butter, and then microwave. And then you just stir it up until bubbly and throw it on back in the fridge. I take this, instead of cutting it up, I take a can and smash it. Done. Throw it into a bowl. Yeah, throw it into a bowl. And then you got your topping. Yeah, this is what makes it really good. So I cut this off. I think we've done this for what, 10 minutes? So there's the topping. I think this, yeah, this says this is a cup. So there's that. I'll throw that away. Brown sugar, it calls for, the brown sugar is 2 tablespoons. So you always have to get brown sugar. Now, I found a trick on keeping brown sugar from getting hard is you can throw a quarter of an apple in there if you have it in a canister, and it will never get hard. I am not kidding you. A little piece of an apple, you know how this gets to be a block? I threw mine away last night. It would have broke a window. I'm not kidding you. It was so hard. I think it was obviously from last Christmas. So, 2 tablespoons. I'm going to grab a kitchen tablespoon since I don't know where my other ones are. So I'm just going to guess. Pack it in. You can never have enough brown sugar like they say. So there's 1. I just slopped a bunch on the floor. And then I just round them off. So there's 2. Got some on my sweater. Those are pretty big. Yeah, those are 2 pretty big, so there's what that looks like, the brown sugar and the walnuts. And then you add the butter, and you microwave it, and you are done with the pie. So you want to let the pie set in the fridge for a while. I'm going to finish scraping the bowl out, but you want to let the pie set in the fridge before you add the strudel. So all you add to the strudel is the butter, microwave it, stir it up, it'll be bubbly, and then just put it on top of your pie, put it back in the fridge, and you are done, and it is fabulous. And then when you serve it, you use the other half of the topping in ice cream, and it is fabulous. It is really, really good. Really good. So let me know below in the comments what you guys think about this recipe, because I found it and I love it. I usually don't grab the grocery store recipes, but I happen to see that in the candy bar, the s'mores one, not s'mores, what is it called? The almond toffee one I want to make some year. It's chocolate and then it has almond toffee crumbled on the top. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will get this uploaded. Sorry I was not able to get the strudel topping on, but I will show you in another video once it's finished what it looks like. But yeah, very simple recipe. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients, and then for the topping 3 ingredients. So very simple, no bake pie for Thanksgiving, and you will not have, nobody in the house will not want to try this, and the pie will be gone. So yeah, I will give you one more shot. There it is. It just looks fabulous. And then I just turn this over, put it in the fridge, let it get hard, or let it kind of set up. I need to clean my bowl up, scrape some of that out back in here. And then here's the strudel. I need to add the butter, microwave it, and how much butter did it call for? Called for 1 tablespoon. So yeah, all you gotta do is pull the butter out of here. We usually use margarine, but for the holidays we splurge. And I forgot to get my Chex Mix, so I've got to run back to the store. We always make that. If you want me to review that, I have an awesome Chex Mix. It takes quite a while. You cook it in the oven on 150 for 2 hours, but it is to die for. So here is 1 tablespoon of butter. Yeah, very simple. Throw it in the microwave like that. I'll show you what it looks like. And you're done. That's the pie. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So, then next I'm going to make my green bean casserole. That one I don't think, I forgot my water chestnuts. Anthony doesn't really like those, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Let me grab this strudel out. Should be bubbling any second. Yeah, and that's what it looks like. You just stir it up, and then if it's hit and miss. If you need more, there it is. If you need more butter, add more butter. If you need more nuts, add more nuts. If you need more brown sugar, you can't go wrong with this. So, except one year, instead of getting the cheesecake flavored cheesecake flavored pudding, I got the white chocolate. That messed it up. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I will get this uploaded. If you have any questions, ask, and I will get back to you. So, yeah, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. I will get this uploaded, and I will see you all later. Sub, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Bye.